Good morning. I love how ready you are for this day. Some of us have had to dig our way out of our driveways and our roads, but we made it. I'm so happy to see all of you here this day. I hear that we have a special guest with us, Dean Reverts. Where are you, Dean? There you are. Minister at Blandonsville, we're glad to have you in worship with us this day. And I'm sorry that the roads were too blown over there, but we're glad you can come and worship with us today. Ruth, thanks for bringing him along with you. We have quite a few announcements in the back of the bulletin if you'd like to read along with that. One of the things I would like to have you do is to pass the friendship register down the row and back. You can get to know who's worshiping with you, and we can get a good record of attendance. And so we hope that everybody will fill that out. If you are newer to us, please fill out a bit more of the information that we could make a first contact with you. We're continuing our Wednesday nights in Advent, and so if you haven't had a chance to come and be with us, any age, you can come and do that. Our last Wednesday night study is this week, and we'll be looking at Zechariah as he receives his voice in the first chapter of Luke, and so let us come and find our own Christmas voice maybe as we study along there. This afternoon, the children and youth group will go caroling and have Christmas parties. They are aware of that, but you can be aware of that as well, and we are looking forward to a good day of spending time together, singing and partying and all of that. Our candlelight service on Christmas Eve will be 6 o'clock here in the sanctuary, and we hope that if you are in town that you can come and be a part of that. All right, let's see. Going from memory now. Carol Lee, we still are in need of some stuffed animals for the students' children in Washington, and so if you are able to bring some stuffed animals to Carol Lee at any time.
We're really close.
Really close.
Yes.
We need 100, we need 50.
Probably 50, 75.
We have about half of that down here. So we will go. So you've already counted that?
No, I have not.
All right. We're working our way towards it. Carol Lee, it's a great ministry. You provide an opportunity for all of us to be a part of it. And so if you have anything, contact Carol Lee. If you can't get a hold of her, get a hold of me, and I'll get a hold of her. And we will help you get your stuffed animals to her.
I want to thank everybody here. I really do. They have just really been good.
She says you've been good. If you couldn't hear, she said thank you, and that you've been, I'm going to take it one step further. They've been great, haven't they?
Okay.
They've been great. So I'm buttering you up. I'm not sure why. So I think, unless someone told me something else, if you told me another thing, good. Those are all the announcements except for Bill, who has one.
Good morning. I just want to say hello. Welcome to the service. This is a service of music, and it's all about joy. And today, well, first of all, there are 4 pianos in this room, and I want to thank Rod Berg for helping me get them here. This church, what a wonderful thing to have 3 matching pianos and this keyboard, which all sound wonderful. And you never saw bigger smiles on your faces than you see from the 4 of us that are playing. Our backs are to you, but you can be guaranteed that we've been smiling the entire time that we've been practicing. It actually is some secular Christmas music that'll move us into a sacred service. So you need to be ready for that. And I'll probably let you applaud after that piece. But as we go into the service, you might want to just worship and wait till the end, because it's going to be, as the classical music piece is called, A Short Ride on a Fast Train. This is a little different service with an element of surprise. I have to thank the interns. 4 interns came back today after actually having finals week and supposed to go home. Some of them went home and then came back. And so they're all here today to help us worship, and we really appreciate that very much. Very much. They're featured in lots of ways. The service also features writings by some of my favorite contemporary authors. It's not a biblical verse. Thomas Troger is a hymn writer, as well as Yaroslav Vaida. And Susan Sherwin is another contemporary writer that I think you'll enjoy the readings in this service. Be aware that after the offering, there is no doxology. So immediately following the offering, we're going to sing the next hymn. So you need to be ready for Hark the Herald on a moment's notice. Heaven and nature sing when we talk about nature. We move through some pieces in Latin. The translation is in your program. We go into a hymn for communion that was an American Indian piece that I think you'll enjoy. We sing traditional Christmas. We sing some new things. We move from Advent into the birth of Christ. I hope you enjoy our program this morning.
I too just want to say thanks to everyone in the choir and in our music program, but especially to Carol and Bill for all the work that they do on a regular basis for us. We couldn't worship in the way that we worship without the gifts of their music, and so thank you specifically to the two of you. Today is going to be a very busy day. Also, as part of the service, we're doing a graduate recognition, and Jack will come and do that. After service, we are having our annual congregational meeting to discuss our budget and to discuss our leadership for 2014, also to begin looking at first steps for our projects to be done after the raising of funds through our capital campaign. It is a business meeting, and anyone who wants to stay for that, we invite you to do so. We encourage all members to especially stay. Any guests who are in the room, if you want to hear a little bit more about who we are, we would be glad to have you stay for that. But we will take a brief moment to let those who need to leave after the service do so. We are going to breathe now, and we're going to be joyful as we come into this Sunday. This is Joy Sunday in our Advent process, and let the joy begin as we hear the prelude.
There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came to witness the light, and we're called to do the same. Christ is coming. We gain confidence from that assurance. And look, as our hope grows even stronger, for the three lights are now burning where there was darkness. Would you please rise and join me in the hymn 128, verse 3 only? Would you now join us in the invocation? Only God.
Help us give voice to the wonderful news. You yourself are coming to dwell among us. Quicken our imaginations to find new and creative ways to proclaim Christ's coming. Amen.
Please be seated.
Well, this Sunday we are celebrating joy, and Rachel Bliven and her family have a great joy in their house. Rachel, would you come forward at this time and bring your granddaughter Lauren? This is Rachel and her granddaughter Lauren Moore. We've watched her grow up. I looked at her in the pew and I said, she can't be old enough to have this degree yet. Okay, Rachel, I would like you to introduce your family that's here today.
Okay. My daughter, Janet Moore, they'll stand. My son-in-law, Larry. My grandson, Wes. And Lauren's friend, Blake Flickinger.
Well, we celebrate this joy with you. And would you hold that? It has your name on it. As a graduate and granddaughter of Rachel Bliven, we would like to give you this Bible. is called The Message, and inside we have it inscribed, "Dear Lauren, it is our pleasure to present you with this Bible to celebrate your recent academic accomplishment. Along with your grandmother, Rachel, the First Christian Church family would like to congratulate you for earning your MBA from WIU. We wish you the very best in whatever the future holds for you. May God bless you now and forever. First Christian Church."
As we come to the time of our morning prayer, we have some concerns and some joys to share with you. First on the list is Jim Moon, Cindy's husband, who was taken down to Springfield on Thursday, I believe, and kind of an emergency care situation. He's progressed through, but is still struggling a little. I don't think it's life-threatening at this point, but just going to be some very difficult days ahead. So please keep Jim and Cindy and the rest of their family in your prayers as they are, it's pre-Christmas. How hard is it to be in the hospital pre-Christmas? And so please keep them in your prayers as you go through the week. We also would keep Melissa and Dave Holbeck in our prayers. Dave's father, Hugo, passed. These are children of the Drakes. Bev's dad, Paul Ogle, is also in need of our prayers as he goes in for some exploratory testing here in the next few days. We celebrated the life of Margaret Ann Warner on Thursday, and it was a nice day and a good day. Lots of more folks than anticipated ended up showing up for the memorial service, and so we were pleased to be able to share that with her family and some of you and other folks from our community who showed up for that. On Tuesday, Don, we are looking forward to celebrating the life of your mother, Dottie, and that will be Tuesday at 1 o'clock here in the sanctuary for anyone that would like to come. We celebrate that Karen Chatterton, who's been in the hospital for a knee replacement surgery, should be on her way home today. And so we will pray for them to have safe travel, and we hope that Karen will ease through the surgery and be back to better than her normal self of the last few months. So I know she's looking forward to walking easier and with less pain. There are probably more concerns in this room than we have lifted. There are probably more joys in this room than we have lifted. We can bring those on our own to God. Let us begin our morning prayer in silence. Gracious God, the calendar, our Advent calendar says that we are to celebrate joy this day. Some of us walk into this room and we see the lights and we see the candles and we hear the music and we are ready. Others of us walk in hopes of finding such joy. Pour your Spirit into this place this day, that we can know the true joy which only comes from faith. Bring your love and grace into this place, that we might know you more clearly, might be able to see your friendship and hold it in our hearts. There are many who go through the holiday season, and it's difficult for many different reasons. There are those who have lost loved ones, and it's hard to be joyous. There are those who are struggling with other types of relationships, and it's hard to be joyous. There are those whose health is not what they would like it to be, and joy seems very far away. this day by our sharing together at the table, by our communing in music, by hearing your words. May joy begin to come to us. We move ever closer to Christmas Day, when we will unwrap gifts, but the best gift of all will come to us, God, in the form of a baby, your Son, who brings hope and peace and love and even joy. We know that his life will not always seem joyous, but because, God, he said yes to you, because in human form he brought you into this world for all of us to know, well, it's safe to assume, God, that Jesus just understood joy a little better than we do. So this day, may our faith be strengthened enough that we can follow in his footsteps, that we can say yes more often, that we can know the joy of faith. Even as we follow in his footsteps, we seek to pray the words that he taught. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. A reading by Susan Cherubim. Don't quote me on that. Dance for joy. Dance for joy, you forest leaves. Dance for joy, you occasions of the world. Dance for joy, you voices and songs, you thousands and thousands. Dance for joy, you rare beasts, you adventurers and healers, you great cities. Dance for joy, sing with thousand voices God's song. For God is not a God far off. God is here. God is present. God is with us. Emmanuel. God is the way, God is the truth, God is the life, God with us. Sing then, lift up your hearts and dance for joy, for God is here, God with us. Sing with all the clouds and bluffs, rivers and rocks, and dance. Dance for joy.
Amen.
disturbed by light, while fighting sleep, their eyes half closed, half watching sheep. The shepherds might have turned away and rested till the break of day. Why risk the night, the winds that blow? Why risk the way? We do not know. Disturbed by light that marked the sky where dark alone once met the eye, the Magi might have paused to test the wisdom of their star-born quest. Why risk the night, the winds that blow? Why risk the way? We do not know. Disturbed by light that draws us past the world we grip so hard and fast, we might delay our starting out until we answer every doubt. Why risk the night, the winds that blow? Except our hearts refuse to slow, and every beat insists we go.
Snow, going for
If I said the words, the sound of music, do you think Julie Andrews or Carrie Underwood? Julie Andrews? She acts better, doesn't she? That's the consensus on my Facebook page. During the live show of The Sound of Music, Carrie Underwood, there were lots of people who were not very happy. At first they thought that they were messing with a classic, not realizing that the stage play and the movie were a little different from each other. After they got over that a little bit, then they just resigned themselves to the fact that Carrie Underwood can't act very well. But she has a great voice. It was still a beautiful moment. It was still an opportunity to see something that we hadn't seen in quite some time. Broadway on live TV. It takes an immense amount of time. It takes an immense amount of effort. Our choir and musicians have done the same this day, have they? An amazing amount of time, an amazing amount of effort. And why? Because a Christ child was born and said, "This is who I am. Pay attention to me and live your lives in faith." And on this day, we might even say joy. Music is supposed to bring us joy. We have to overlook some of the other stuff that's on the periphery. If you could get past the point of some bad acting, you could remember maybe that first time you ever saw the movie, The Sound of Music. And remember what welled up inside of you. That's what we're seeking today. That welling up of all things good and joyful inside of us. That's what we get when we come to the table. Because we are invited by one who says, "Come, remember my child, be like him, accept the gifts I offer you. Peace, love, hope, joy. With glad hearts, come to the table this day. With glad hearts. Come to the table. Shall we pray?
Oh God, we're planting seeds in the desert to see them blossom. Enter our spiritual desert, plant in us the seed of promise and hope. Help us blossom Christians who show our faith by our actions. You have acted in our behalf by sending your Son Jesus to be our Savior. We appreciate the gift of grace. The bread on this table is a earthly symbol of that gift. The body of our Savior, as we eat this bread, help our spiritual desert come to life, that we may share the good news with all our children.
Almighty God, in the quiet of this hour, we seek communion with thee. We thank you for the Christmas season, when we celebrate the gift of your Son. And we pray, O God, that we are so thankful that you have given us your Son, who became our risen Savior. Help us not to get so busy with seasonal activities that we forget the real reason for Christmas. We thank dear Father for all the other blessings that you give to us, and we especially are thankful at this time of year for all these blessings. Bless this cup, and may we be everlastingly grateful for its significance in our lives. Forgive us when we fail to do your will, and help us to be better servants for you. We thank you again for the blessings of peace and love and joy. And may we feel those blessings not only at this time of year, but through the year to come. In thy name we pray. Amen.
When Jesus sat at the table with his disciples, he took bread and he blessed it and he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body given for you." After the meal, he took wine and he blessed it and he poured it. And he gave it to them, saying, "This is my blood shed for you. Each time you eat of this bread and drink from this cup, remember me." Let us so remember the one we call Christ and Savior as we gather around this table this day with joyful hearts. As our choir has shared their gifts with us, they are a reminder that God has given gifts to all of us and that we are to share them. And sometimes that means our finances, but sometimes it means the gift of our soul, to give to others as God has given of God's own soul to us, that the gifts of Advent might be known. We've spoken those words much today, but they're words that need to be heard because we have so little of these words in our lives. So may it be that hope and peace and joy and love can be shared as we share our gifts. Please remember that we will go straight into our hymn of invitation. So please hear this invitation, that if anyone would like to join this church this day, we would be glad to greet you at the front of the sanctuary as we sing our closing hymn. But all of us are called to go forth, recommitting ourselves to this God who is so committed to us, to live out our gifts. May we take our morning offering. standing. And I know that you want to show your appreciation for all of our musicians this day, don't you? Normally, we would have you stand for the closing, the benediction, but today we're going to have you be seated for our closing reading. As a reminder, after this reading, we will go into the postlude. If you'd like to stay and listen to the whole of the postlude, please do so. And after that, we will set up for our congregational meeting. Again, all are invited to stay for that. Son of God, which Christmas is it that we share this year? Will it glow with new reflections? Will it bring you near? Will I marvel? What a favor, what a gift only God can give. Jesus, bless the one who told me how you came to earth, why you left your heavenly dwelling for a human birth. Do I marvel? What a favor, what a gift only God can give. Jesus, bless the ones who taught me all the songs I sing of the angels and of Mary and the Savior King. Do I marvel? What a favor, what a gift only God can bring. Jesus, bless the ones who hurry from the stable light with the story of your glory brightening the night. Share the marvel. Love's best favor, love's best gift, anyone can give.